Hi there, kindergartners. Today we're going to read our second gingerbread book. And this book is not about a boy. It's called The Gingerbread Girl. Look at the gingerbread girl. She looks like she's decorated a little different than the gingerbread boy that we read about yesterday. What is she standing on? Well, we're going to read today about the gingerbread girl, and we're going to talk about how this story is a little different than the story we read yesterday called The Gingerbread Man. Let's see if they're similar or what they're similar, how they're similar and how they're different, okay? So let's get started. The Gingerbread Girl. The Gingerbread Girl by Lisa Campbell Ernst. It's a neat title page. You may remember the sad story of the gingerbread boy. He ran away from the lonely old woman who baked him, as well as many other hungry characters. His dash through life ended in one greedy gulp by a sly fox pretending to help him cross a river. This is the story of his younger, wiser sister. So, friends, one version of the story has the gingerbread boy going on the nose of a fox, and that's how he gets eaten. In the story we read yesterday, the fox just picks him up and eats him. So they're different versions. A full year had passed since the lonely old woman and the lonely old man lost their gingerbread boy to the devious fox. They were even lonelier than before. "Let's bake again," suggested the old man one morning. "But what if the same thing happens?" cried the old woman. "I couldn't bear the loss." "Let's make a girl this time and decorate her with candies. Surely a sweet little girl wouldn't run away," answered the man. So they mixed up the dough, rolled it, and cut it out. They dressed it with as many candies as they could fit, completing the cookie with an amazing hairdo made of licorice whips. "She is sweet," gasped the woman as she slid the cookie sheet into the oven. While the lonely old woman and the lonely old man stood watch by the oven, they talked, remembering their gingerbread boy's short life. He never should have run away. He never should have trusted that fox. As the new cookie baked, her mind woke up and she heard everything. "Sweet or not," she thought, "things will be different this time." When it was time for the cookie to be done, the old woman carefully, ever so carefully, cracked open the oven door to peek. Do you have a prediction on what you think is going to happen? Bam! Out jumped the gingerbread cookie, running toward the door. The little old woman screamed, "Stop! Stop!" And the little old man came running, but the cookie was already out the door and headed down the same path that her brother had traveled. "Here we go," whispered the gingerbread girl. The man and the woman chased after her, but she sang. "I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread girl." So did she start off this story the same as the gingerbread man? She did. As the gingerbread girl dashed along the path, she came to a group of farmers working in the fields. The aroma of fresh-baked gingerbread caught their attention. "Wait!" the hungry farmers shouted and began to run after the gingerbread girl. She laughed and called, "Hey farmers, don't bother. Like my brother, I'm fast. Run all you want. but I've learned from his past. I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread girl. She's sounding confident, just like the gingerbread man in the first story. Farther down the road, a pig came into view. As the gingerbread girl drew closer, her candy sparkled in the sunlight. The pig squealed with joy and tried to take a bite, but the gingerbread girl was too fast. She leaped over him singing, "I can leap past Piggy like all of the others. This story will not end like that of my brothers. I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread girl." So does she think her story is going to end like her brother's story did? No, she doesn't think she's going to be eaten by a fox, does she? Down the path, she came upon an artist. "A masterpiece good enough to eat," the artist whispered, and reached out to scoop up the gingerbread girl. With some fancy footwork, the gingerbread girl zipped past, laughing. "I can outrun this artist like I outran the pig. I am one smart cookie, despite this wild wig." I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread girl. Farther along, the gingerbread girl passed a cow with her calf who mooed happily. "Mama, I want a cookie to go with my milk." But when the cow tried to catch the gingerbread girl, she soon found herself running behind, listening to the gingerbread girl call. "Chase if you want, I'm faster than you, although you have 4 feet, and I have only 2. I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread girl." Up ahead, a dog walker was crossing the path with 3 dogs. The dogs barked happily, seeing a tasty treat headed their way. But as the gingerbread girl sped fast, the group was soon in line with the others, hearing, "You're joining the chase? The more the merrier. But no one can stop me. Not hound, not terrier. I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread girl." Now the path ran right past a school. The children were out for recess and feeling quite hungry. Shouts of "Cookie!" were heard across the playground. The gingerbread girl waved to them all as they joined the chase with her teachers, and she sang, "I know that it's snack time and you want a sweet. Come follow along and you'll soon have a treat." Wonder what that means. I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread girl. Finally, the gingerbread girl came to the same river her brother had tried to cross. Who should be waiting for her but that same devious fox? "Hello, my pretty," crooned the fox. "I was a friend of your brother's. It looks like trouble runs in the family. Do let me help you cross the river. Just jump onto my tail." The gingerbread girl shivered, then sang in nearly a whisper, "Do I have your promise for a safe ride to shore? You won't drop me or eat me? That's all I implore." The fox chuckled, "I promise, my sweet little tidbit." And the gingerbread girl gingerly climbed on the fox's tail. Okay, it's time for a prediction. What do you think is going to happen next? Let's see. The instant the gingerbread girl climbed on the fox, The fox dove into the water, ready for a fabulous feast. "Ooh, the water is so deep. Move to my back," he insisted, thinking this cute cookie was even dumber than her brother. Anyone could tell by looking at her that she was an airhead. The gingerbread girl did what she was told. "That's a good little girl," said the fox with a snicker. "Oh my, the water is deeper now. Move to my head." So does the fox think that the gingerbread girl is very smart? No, he does not. Is he planning on eating her? Let's see what happens. No sooner had he spoken these words than the gingerbread girl leaped up to his head, pulling off a strand of her own leathery licorice hair. With the expertise of a ranch hand, she triple-looped it around the fox's snout and tied it off with a half-hitch knot. "You're right," she whispered in the fox's ear. "I am good." Looky there. The fox snarled and struggled and strained, thrashing about, but the gingerbread girl hung on, turning him backward toward the crowd. Riding the fox like a bucking bronco, the gingerbread girl whizzed past, singing, "He'll run and he'll run with a leap and a twirl. Come follow me. I'm the gingerbread girl." The fox does not look pleased, but the crowd of people looks super excited. They're all cheering for her. The awestruck crowd followed, all the way back to the lonely old woman and the lonely old man's house. The gingerbread girl rode into the kitchen, secured the fox, jumped onto the table, and she measured and mixed with a leap and a twirl, singing, "I'll bake you some more. I'm the gingerbread girl." The old woman and man quickly joined in to help, having a hungry, happy household to feed. From that moment on, of course, they were never lonely again. So what do you think she was making? She was helping to make some more cookies. And what of the fox? The gingerbread girl was eventually able to teach him some manners, using gingerbread crumbs for treats. Most days you could see them riding across the countryside and hear a small voice drifting in the breeze. "We'll run and we'll run with a leap and a twirl. I outfoxed the fox. I'm the gingerbread girl." So if she outfoxed him, that means she outsmarted him. Here's the whole picture. Okay, friends, so let's think about the two books we've read so far, Gingerbread Man and Gingerbread Girl. How are they similar and how are they different? How are they the same? They're both gingerbread. They both run away from the old man and the old woman. They have people chasing them and animals chasing them. How are they different? Okay, Gingerbread Man is a boy. She's a girl. They're decorated differently. They do have different characters in these stories. The animals and the people that chase the gingerbread girl are a little different than in this story. There's a pig, I believe, in both stories, though, and definitely the old man and the old woman, and one of the most important characters, the fox. I hope you like both of these stories. Tomorrow, we're going to read another gingerbread book that I know you're going to love. Have a great day.